I'm no expert on journaling, but I am someone who has reaped the benefits of having journaled. Journaling to me is both super complicated and also extremely simple. It's complicated because I have absolutely no clue how something this simple could have such a profound impact on my brain. And it's simple because I quite literally just need to write what I'm doing or feeling, and I automatically feel 1% better. Rule number 1 of journaling is get it down. Who cares if it's good or if it's bad? More likely than not, you're going to be the only person who ever reads it anyway. So write it down. As someone with a lot of thoughts and ideas rattling around in my head, I have found that writing them down is an infinitely beneficial practice. Once I've written an idea down, I can let it go from my brain. And with that, I can turn around and come up with more ideas. Then, if I so desire, I can always return to an idea once I've written it down in case I want to add to it or something. And what I've observed is that this happens more often than not. Like most of the time I'll write something down and then be like, well, that's it. And then come back to it in a few weeks and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's perfect. Let's use it. Rule number 2 of journaling. Gear doesn't matter. Gear doesn't matter. I would say you could probably argue this point for almost anything, but this video is about journaling. You don't need a super fancy or expensive journal to journal. You simply need a pen and paper or pencil and napkin. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. In my case, I use the cheapest little pocket notebook from Walmart. You can get 3 of these for $1. And these are great because you can hold them on you all the time and always write in them. And I would even bet that you could probably find some that are cheaper if you just do a little digging on the internet. But the point is, paper doesn't matter, pen doesn't matter, although I do love these. Rule number 3, make it yours. Something I'm observing in my writing practice lately is that I feel a sense of pride and ownership over my notebooks. I suspect that this is a result of the customization. I've made videos about my pocket notebook ritual, how I set these up, and the ritual is sort of how I make each notebook mine. Because obviously I have the blank ones that they're just notebooks, but when I put my own personal flair into it, that's when it really becomes mine, when I add something to it. I add tape to make the covers sturdy, labels for chronology, a bookmark for placeholding, page numbers for reference, and my newest book has a spine made out of duct tape. No particular purpose for this other than I think it's cool. And that's what your journal needs. Obviously do whatever you want, but it needs that little flair of you. Something that you think looks cool or something that represents you. Rule number 4, keep them all. By this I mean keep all of your writings. If you write something on a napkin, fold it up, put it in your pocket. When you get home, put it somewhere. The only thing better than journaling is being able to look back at your old writings and see how much you've grown and how much you've changed. I write in these little pocket notebooks, fill up one every month-ish, and I keep all of them in a mini pocket notebook-sized bookcase. Keep yours however you like, but make sure it's easily accessible. You gotta be able to just reach over and grab one at any given moment. Because the easier it is to access these things, the easier it is to look back, read through them, write more. Rule number 5, trust your instincts. Start writing. Don't stop. Write the first thing that comes to your head. Don't stop to think. If you don't overthink it, you could end up with some pretty good stuff. Sometimes when you just surrender to the moment and to your writing, you'll wind up writing pages upon pages upon pages. On the flip side of that, maybe you won't write anything at all. And that's okay too. Because rule number 6, don't give up. Even if you think whatever you're writing, it sucks or is weird or whatever, it's not. I can promise you that it's not. Keep writing. If you can't come up with anything to write, or if you're struggling to continue writing, take a break, but don't quit. There's a lot of times in my own experience where I just can't get anything written, right? I just keep thinking and thinking and thinking, and I start writing some stuff and it just doesn't end up working out the way I want it to. And so instead of scrapping the whole project, I just take a break, work on another part of the project, work on something else, and then I'll go back to it, and then it clicks and it comes to me. So when it comes to writing, don't force it. Don't force it, but don't quit on it. There's a nice middle ground there. Now, I'm no professional. I'm not a journaling master or anything like that. But I have found all of these tips helpful to apply to my writing and journaling at one point or another in the past. This video, the one that you're watching now, is a collection of ideas that I have developed over the course of regularly writing in my pocket notebooks. And hopefully, you found these ideas valuable to you in your own experience. And hopefully, I was able to help make journaling feel a little less complicated.
Hello, join the GareTheBear Patreon for exclusive access to notebook entries, early videos, and more. By pledging only $3 a month, you gain access to all these things, including a brand new Patreon member-only Discord server. It is the support of the patrons that allows me to keep making these videos. Once again, $3 a month, get access to all sorts of fun things, and thank you patrons, thank you for watching.